With regards to regulations on the extension of lapsed disability grants, I want to indicate we are taking proactive measures to protect the livelihoods of the most vulnerable in our society during this period. To this end, we have published the regulations which give effect to the extension of temporary disability grants from the date they were suspended until the end of October this year. I'm aware, and I gave the letter to the CEO. Somebody came right to my gate to say, we have a problem with people with disability, we can't apply, we can't go to SASSA offices. What are we going to do, Minister? And I handed over that letter to the CEO, and I'm sure that the CEO and her team have taken that. And this is part of the reasons also we decided, let us do this. This extension applies to all temporary disability grants that lapsed between February and March. In cases where the temporary disability grants were suspended, they will be reinstated and paid until the end of October. The same applies to the care dependency and foster child care that are due to lapse during the lockdown period. The payment of these reinstated grants will take place before the end of May. We hope this extension will give persons with disability some peace of mind in the midst of this deadly virus. With regard to the amendment of regulations relating to the movement of children, this is one of the biggest challenges we had, where in our original plans, we only looked at people who had documents that were signed off by courts and all that, but we realized that ngesintu, abantu noma behlukene ngesintu, sometimes abayi e-court ukuthi abantwana bakwazi uvakashela ogogo nomkhulu, kuba nesivumelwano nje phakathi kwama-family. We have amended the regulations with regard to the movement of children between co-holders of parental responsibilities or caregivers as guided in Section 1.1 of the Children's Act, Act number 38 of 2005. Under the new regulations, the movement of children between co-holders of the parental responsibilities who reside in different metropolitan areas, district, municipalities, or provinces is allowed, provided the co-holder of the parent responsible or caregiver has the following: a court order, or a parental responsibility and the rights agreement of parenting plan registered with the family advocate, a permit issued by a magistrate which corresponds with the Form 3 of the regulations if the documentation in paragraph A and B is not available. We developed this form on the basis that we realized that some of them would not be able to move if they don't have the top documents. I must hasten to add that before a magistrate issues a permit, I refer to above, he or she must be provided with a birth certificate or certified copy of a birth certificate of the child or children to prove a legitimate relationship between the co-holders of the parental responsibilities and rights, and written reasons why the movement of the child is necessary. Older persons' facilities remain closed during the alert force due to their vulnerability to COVID-19. However, we encourage all facilities to ensure that implementation of COVID-19 protocols and work with district health teams for continuous screening and testing. With regards to inter-country adoption, these services are suspended during the state of national disaster. With regard to recruitment of social workers and professionals, as COVID-19 continues to impact on individuals and families across South Africa, social service professionals are on the front line of our national pandemic response. In this regard, we are recruiting an additional 1,809 social workers to reinforce the current workforce and to provide a range of social work services, including timely psychosocial interventions to support affected individuals and family. The allocation of additional social workers per province is as follows: Eastern Cape 171, Free State 92, Gauteng 676, KwaZulu-Natal 266, Limpopo 116, Mpumalanga 128, Northern Cape 833, Northwest 81, Western Cape 246. The social workers will be employed for a period of 3 months, 3 months for now. Priority will be given to social work graduates who have registered on the department's database of unemployed qualified social work graduates that we developed in 2019. A further 1,210 unemployed social work graduates will be given a 1-year internship opportunity in a joint venture between WH-SETA, the South African Council for Social Service Practitioners, the DSD and VETS Consortium. The SAC-SSP will ensure that all graduates signed up for the 2 projects are verified and licensed to practice. They will also be exposed to training before their placement. With regard to food and nutrition program, the department has been providing food and nutrition services to combat the growing challenge of malnutrition and hunger amongst poor and vulnerable communities. The department developed a system of food distribution that has been working since 2013 to 13-14 to provide food. This intervention is informed by Section 27(1) BC of the Constitution, which states that everyone has the right to have access to sufficient food and water. I think at this point, it's important for us to note that President Cyril Ramaphosa, before even COVID-19 happened, was engaging with us as government in general to say, as a nation and as a country, we must not have any citizens going hungry in our country. And it is for that reason that we also, as SASSA and NDA, we are saying, while we are paying social grants and their grant recipients, it's important for them to also look around them and say, what is it that they can do to improve their well-being? Because it's possible, and it's possible for them to have the gardens, it's possible for them to do a whole lot of things. And now that also we are under lockdown, this is the opportunity when ordinary citizens should be looking at opportunities around them with our help, of course, because this is what we say, this is what I say in particular. We empower our communities in order for them to power themselves.
For more, go to ewn.co.za.